story, but first we're going to start with our vocabulary for our chapter, okay? Okay. Okay, so let's start with our vocabulary. The title of the chapter that we're going to read, it's called Competition, right? Because that's what our book is about. There's a competition that happens in it. Who can tell me what is a competition? Kate.
Competition is where somebody and somebody else are doing the same thing and it's versus.
Okay. They're doing the same thing and is what? And are what?
Versus each other.
Oh, like it's this person versus this person?
Yeah.
So they're competing against each other. Okay, I understand your first word. All right.
Was he here?
Who can tell me he was not here on Friday?
Monday.
Yeah, he was here yesterday. But we didn't read it yesterday.
No, did he know where the class pen? Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't in here when we were discussing it. Oh, okay. Oh, that was good. Maybe one. There you go. Nice job. All right, who can tell me what is a show-off? Eric.
Somebody that's showing off what they can do better.
Okay, they're kind of maybe bragging about what they can do. They're telling people, I can do it better than you, type of a thing, right? Okay, good job. What color would you like? Purple. Okay, how about the word irritated? What does irritated mean? Okay.
They're getting mad.
Bad.
Oh my.
All right. Okay. All right. Our next word, miser. We had that one the other day. Kate.
Miser. Like miser.
Last week. You're the one that gave me the definition before.
Oh, miser. Okay, so miser is basically. Miser is a. Explain.
We'll come back to it. I have a feeling when we read it in the story, you might remember. Does Enrique know?
You would like to try?
Okay. What do you think? What do you think a miser is?
I'm sorry, I just had that
That's a good guess. Very good guess. Do you know what a miser is? Do you remember?
Miser is like a guy that robs the money and bribes the things in
You're close. You're on the right track. But yeah, when we read the story and you hear the word miser, if you remember what it is, raise your hand and you can tell me. Okay? How about the word charity? Eric.
It's something for like it's for some animals. Like if you need protection, there's a charity where you can actually just give money for donation.
Yeah, good job. It's something that you can donate money to, right? So it could be for an animal rescue. It could be for people. You can give people charity. Okay. How about the word vow? Does anybody know what the word vow means? Okay.
Vow is like you vow not to do this. You vow not to silence. Vow to give stuff to charity. You vow to devote your life to Jesus.
Okay. So is there other words that you can use in like maybe some synonyms for the word vow?
Vow. I will. I will devote my life to Jesus. I will devote to silence. I will devote.
Okay, so you're saying that devote is like a synonym for vow. Okay. Enrique, do you have any ideas for vow? Have you heard the word vow?
Vote for cookie.
Have you heard the word vow before? No? Okay, did you hear what Kate just said? Yeah?
About.
Not devout. He said devote is like a synonym for a vow. So when you make a vow, you're making an agreement with somebody or something, okay? All right, we're gonna go ahead. One more for answering questions. All right. Did you answer? Oh yeah, you answered charity. I forgot to give you one. Another purple?
Wait, Miss B, can I have can I have water, please?
Yes, Miss Bree can get you some water.
Can you give me some water, please, Miss Bree?
Thanks for asking nicely. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and read our chapter. I want you to listen carefully, especially for the word miser that we didn't quite get the definition of, but I know that Cade knows it because he's mentioned it before. So I want you to listen, and when we get to it in the story, see if you can use the context clues to figure out what the word means. Okay? Chapter 5, competition. Dinner that night at the Treskys was quiet, so the explosion that followed seemed especially loud. It was Jesse's turn to clear and scrape the dishes. Evan's turn to wash and stack. Evan looked at the pile of dirty plates on his left. Jessie was ahead. She was always ahead when it was her turn to clear, but tonight it felt like she was taunting him. Do you know what the word taunting means? Okay. Yeah, like teasing. Good job. To Evan, every plate scraping sounded like, can't keep up, can't keep up. Evan was scrubbing the casserole pan when Jessie stacked the last dirty dish by his elbow. Then she stuck her hands under the faucet to rinse without even saying excuse me, and shook her hands practically right in Evan's face and said, "So how much money did you make?" That was it. He couldn't hold it in any longer. "Why'd you do it, huh? Why'd you have to ruin the one thing I had going?" For a second, Evan wasn't sure if he meant the lemonade stand or Megan Moriarty. In a mixed-up way, he meant both. And there was no way he was going to tell Jessie that after paying back his mother for the 4 cans of lemonade, 1 can of grape juice, and 1 bottle of ginger ale, she'd been pretty irritated when she came down from the office and there wasn't a single cold drink in the house. He had walked away with $2.11. On top of that, he was pretty sure Scott had kept the $5 bill they'd earned. Well, what was Evan supposed to do? Ask Scott to turn his pockets inside out? Evan hadn't kept track of the sales, so he couldn't be sure. "Why'd I do it? Why'd you do it? Why'd you invite that jerk over for a lemonade stand?" shouted Jessie. "And how come you wouldn't let me play? You're the one who was mean." "You're such a show-off," said Evan. "You always have to let everyone know that you're the smart one." "I wasn't showing off. I was just trying to have a little fun. Is that against the law? You won't do a lemonade stand with me, then I won't do a lemonade stand with you. I'll do one with my friend Megan instead." "You cannot be her friend. You cannot be her friend," shouted Evan. "Why not?" "Because you're a little kid. You don't even belong in the 4th grade. And because you're just an annoying show-off pest and no one likes you." The words felt like disgusting spiders running out of his mouth. They were horrible, but it felt so good to get rid of them. Then Evan saw Jessie's lip tremble. Uh-oh, Jessie was a howler. She didn't cry often, and she didn't cry long, but when she did, it was loud. Mom would come down from her office. Evan would catch the blame. Unfair. But Jessie didn't let loose. Instead, she stood as tall as her runty height would allow and said, "Megan likes me. She invited me over to her house tomorrow. We're going to make another lemonade stand and earn twice what we did today." Oh, that was it. She was going to ruin everything. Show him up right in front of Megan, even before the school year started. Make Megan think he was just some stupid loser who couldn't even beat out his baby sister at a lemonade stand. Evan boiled over. "I wouldn't count on it, Juicy," he said. Jessie hated that nickname, and Evan only used it when he had to. "I'm going to have a lemonade stand every day until school starts, and I'm going to earn $100 by the end of summer. Enough for an iPod. Oh, please. Like you could even if you wanted to, said Jessie. Megan and I already made $12 each today. We could have $100 like that. Jessie snapped her fingers. And then what, said Evan? You lock it up in your lockbox and save it till you were 50 years old? You're the biggest miser on this planet.
Miser.
So, Eric, you heard it first and raise your hand first. Do you know what the word miser means?
It means to keep money and not spend it.
Okay, so you keep your money, you hoard all your money, and you don't spend it on anything. Okay, so that's the word miser. Who was our example that we talked about who's a miser? Do you remember? Hey.
Me.
Oh, you're a miser?
Yep.
No, I didn't know that. Who on TV though that did we talk about? There's a movie, there's also a Disney character.
Donald Duck.
Not Donald Duck.
The guy that plays.
No. Jonathan. Scrooge McDuck. He's a Scrooge, right? He gets that name because he's a miser. He's a money lover, right? He loves to count his money.
Like Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Who?
Krabs from SpongeBob.
Oh, he's a miser too.
He's a big miser.
Mhm.
He just keeps his money shit by it. Doesn't let it go.
Yeah,
Who's the miser? Krabs.
Mr. Krabs on SpongeBob.
I thought they were talking about Rough Raft.
The-
Rough Raft.
What is it called? The Crab Shack?
He spent it on
Where they get their
duck.
Krabby Patties?
No, it's called the Krusty Krab.
Oh, the Krusty Krab.
I love it. I really wish I could taste that delicious.
All right, we're gonna keep reading. Jessie stiffened up. Her mouth made a funny O. But then she put a hand on her hip and smirked at Evan. For your information, I'm going to make a $100 donation to a charity. Evan snorted. Yeah, right. What charity?
Cherry.
Ah, you got that word, huh? There was a long pause, and then Jessie said, as smooth as whipped cream, the Animal Rescue League. Megan and I talked about it today. You don't even like animals, said Evan. Everybody likes animals, shouted Jessie, and I'm going to give them $100, so you can't ever call me a miser again. I hope I never have to talk to you again, shouted Evan. Hey, a sharp voice called from the stairs. Mrs. Tresky had a pencil in her hair, stuck in her hair and a worried look on her face. I could hear you two all the way in the attic. With the air conditioner on high. What's up? Evan looked at Jessie. Jessie looked at Evan. They had taken a vow.
Wow.
A spit vow. Does that make sense now what a vow is?
Yeah.
When you come to make an agreement?
I got it.
Good job.
Who cares? I'm rubbing
Ever since Dad had gone, they had vowed not to fight in front of Mom. It made her sad. Sadder even than when Dad left. Nothing, said Evan. Nothing, said Jessie. Mrs. Tresky looked at the two of them. Come on, out with it. What are you two yelling about? It wasn't a fight, Mom, said Evan. We were just joking around. Yeah, said Jessie. We were goofing. Sorry we got you out of your office. Mrs. Tresky looked at both of them with her laser eyes. Jessie hung the dish towel on the oven handle and fiddled with it until it was perfectly straight. Evan bent over the casserole pan and scrubbed as if his life depended on it. He scrubbed so hard, his elbow bumped the fruit bowl. A cloud of fruit flies rose into the air and then settled back down. Oh, goodness, said Mrs. Tresky. Would you look at those fruit flies? Her shoulders slumped. All right, well, I'm going back up. Can you guys handle showers and reading, and then I'll be down to check and turn off lights? Sure, Mom, said Jessie. No problem, said Evan. Mrs. Tresky disappeared upstairs. Jessie turned to Evan at the sink. Let's make a bet, she said. Whoever earns $100 wins, and the loser has to give all their earnings to the winner. Evan shook his head. Not fair, he said. You've already got money saved up. That money doesn't count, said Jessie. We'll start with today's earnings, and it's all got to be from selling lemonade. No mowing lawns or sweeping out the garage or anything else. What if neither one of us makes $100, said Evan, not liking the sound of this deal. Then whoever makes the closest to $100 wins. And even if we both make over $100, whoever makes the most money wins the bet. When do we count up the money? Asked Evan. Jessie thought about that. Sunday night, right before the fireworks. She looked straight at Evan. Huh? What do you say? Evan didn't like bets. He really wasn't that into competition. He loved... Nice job. That was our word.
I got it. I got it.
Okay, you both heard it. Okay?
It's a jinx.
He loved to play basketball and always gave it his all. But winning or losing, it didn't make much difference to him. He just liked to play. But this was different. This mattered. If he didn't beat Jessie at this bet, if he couldn't win against his little sister in a lemonade war, then Evan thought of the school year stretching in front of him. It was all over. He might as well just give up on everything right now. It's a bet. $100 by Sunday night, winner takes all. He shook his wet hands over the sink, dried them on the dish towel, and gave Jessie his most menacing look. You better pray for mercy. The competition is on.
Get the lemonade tanks.
Hey, Cade, you need to be sitting down.
I know.
All right, so tell me again, what is a competition? Enrique.
Competition is like a versus, like Miss Jamie and Mrs. Jackie. They're trying to make a lemonade stand, but then Miss Jamie wins more money than Mrs. Jackie. Mrs. Jackie is making a bet.
Okay.
It's a competition.
Okay, so it's two people competing for something, right? Some sort of a prize. Okay. How about, who can tell me, what was it that Evan wanted to use his money for? Okay, if you're going to play with the chair has to go away. Okay. What did Evan want the money for? What did he want to buy? Turn around this way and face me, please. What did he want to buy? An iPad? An iPod. Good job. Okay, so he was trying to save his money for an iPod. And what was Jessie going to use her money for? What was she going to do with her money that if she won? Enrique.
Give it to the animal thing.
Okay, she was going to give it to the animal shelter, right? She was going to donate it to the charity. Nice job. All right.
The charity word.
Yep, that's our charity word. All right, Kate. Is that chair getting to be too much of a problem for you? Okay, so you need to sit in it the right way. If you keep twirling around in it, then the chair has to go away. Okay? Got it? All right. So, in our story, Jonathan, are you ready to go back to your seat? Okay, so in our story, remember when I said it? When I read the paragraph where it said when they were arguing, it said the words felt like disgusting spiders running out of his mouth.
Ew.
Okay, so this right here, this is a simile, and a simile is when you compare two things using the word like. Okay, so the words felt like disgusting spiders running out of his mouth. Can words feel like disgusting spiders?
No.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Feel like spiders crawling out of your mouth?
No.
No. I mean, there's not actual spiders crawling out of your mouth, right? But if he says they feel like disgusting spiders coming out of your mouth, what does that mean? Kate? What does that mean, Eric?
Enrique.
Go. spiders coming out of your mouth.
I have a question.
Yes, Jonathan.
We already read that page.
I know, but Enrique wasn't here, so we were reading it again. And we're gonna do a little worksheet on it. Okay? Okay, so back to this. So what does it mean when he says there are disgusting, it feels like disgusting spiders coming out of his mouth? Jonathan?
It means like bad words.
It's kind of like bad words, right? It's words that are not nice. Do you think it would feel good to have disgusting spiders crawling out of your mouth? I don't think I'd like spiders crawling out of my mouth. So it probably means something is not very good, right? So he's saying these words that are not very nice. And do you think that made Jesse feel good when he was saying these words? Enrique, do you think it made Jesse feel good? No, I don't think so. Okay? So when he said that his words felt like disgusting spiders coming out of his mouth, he was meaning that it was not nice stuff that he was saying. Okay? And then I need to know what your predictions were or are for who you think is going to win the Lemonade War. And then why do you think that, Enrique?
I think Jessie.
Why?
Because Jessie's smart.
She's smart, right? She's money smart.
Yes.
So you think she's gonna be the winner?
No, not money smart, but she's smart at multiplication and times and addition.
She's math smart, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But she can still add up the prices so she can win.
Okay, so you think Jessie's gonna win because she's math smart.
Yes.
Jonathan,
Yeah.
what do you think? Who do you think's gonna win?
Like what Luigi said.
You think Jessie's gonna win also because she's math smart? Any other reasons?
No.
No? What do you think, Eric?
Jessie.
You think Jessie's gonna win also?
Yeah.
Any other reasons besides her being math smart? No?
Because she's
Now, oh, sorry, go ahead.
she has enough friends with her.
Oh, she does have a friend who's helping her, right? So maybe because she has a partner. Remember we talked about partnership? So she has a partner helping her. But remember, Evan had a partner too. He had Scott helping him, right?
Yeah.
Was Scott a good partner?
No.
No. Why wasn't Scott a good partner?
He was a boy.
Well, is that a bad thing? You're a boy. Would you be bad at having a lemonade stand?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
I was a dumb boy.
Oh, he was a dumb boy?
Yeah, like a silly boy.
Oh, he was a silly boy. And what did he do? Do you remember? He, they made all that lemonade, and what did he do, Enrique?
He did not bring like a whole bottle of lemonade. Like those things he put the lemonade, the rest of the lemonade. Because when the other drinks were done, he did not have it that thing to fill them up again.
Okay, so he didn't really help fill him up, right? Evan had to go back and do it all on his own. So he was kind of lazy, right? What else? Eric, do you have anything else to add to it?
That Scotty crushed the part of Jesse's helmet.
Oh, he crushed part of Jesse's helmet?
Yeah.
But when they were in the
No, I
garage?
meant Jesse's brother's helmet.
Oh. Okay, I didn't remember that part. I was thinking
On
more
the
of...
first one. On the first chapter.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that. Good memory. I was thinking, it was hot, and what was he doing? He got thirsty, so what'd he do?
He just drank the lemonade. He drank it.
Go ahead, Eric.
He drank the whole. He drank the whole pitcher of lemonade.
No, he kept drinking all the lemonade. And if he drank the lemonade, what was that going to mean? Eric?
But that will mean that there won't be any lemonade.
Yeah, they wouldn't have any lemonade to sell. So he's drinking away all their profits.
of my old house, and I pictured the story. It happened near the neighborhood.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm so glad you're making that connection. Very cool. All right, so I'm gonna have you guys do a short, quick worksheet. Okay, it's just a little worksheet on the questions that we just discussed. So the first one on here is what is a competition? Okay, so we just talked about that. Everybody knows what that is. The second question is what was Evan saving his money to buy? We talked about that. Okay, the third question is that one up there. What did Evan mean when he said there were disgusting spiders running out of his mouth? And the last one is your prediction. So on here you are going to write down who you predict and why they're going to win. Yes?
Can I go on baskets?
Not right now.
No, he
After
doesn't
this?
like the spiders getting out of his mouth.
Oh.
He's afraid of spiders.
I have arachnophobia.
Okay, so make sure your name is on the paper, and we're gonna see if you guys are right on your prediction when we get toward the end of our story.